and I will be your host today. If you have any questions during the webinar, please text it on the webinar chat, and we'll try to answer all the questions later on the Q&A slot. Okay, so let's begin. As said earlier in the invitation, robotic process automation is already driving the latest advances in this business landscape, valuing this I call gold rush moment of AI. So today we'll share our opinions about this dynamic reality, talking about the multiple ways companies can already benefit from it. Okay, our core business is RPA and is slowly introducing AI in their projects, not like an R&D kind of projects, but because real problems in real customers are really demanding it already. Okay, we'll start with Nicolau Mesquita, business development manager at Crayon. Crayon is our partner that helps us try and test some products in a Microsoft-based architecture. So Nicolau will talk about this AI momentum, how Gen AI can complement these existing business capabilities there are today, and how hyperautomation is a new powerful competitive advantage for all companies. So then after Nicolau, we will have Manuel Machado, CEO of ARPA, that will talk about unlocking the power of AI in RPA. What are the main barriers in today's business adoption? The future ready organizations with more inspiring and attractive jobs for human, and if there is a fear or lack of decision taking and why. Okay, in the end we will reserve like 10 minutes question and answers. So without further delay, I will call Nicolau to start. Please, Nicolau. You are mute, Nicolau. You are mute. You are mute.
So greetings, everyone. My name is Nicolau Mesquita, and I work in Crayon, Portugal as a solution sales specialist. I'm delighted to be here today to share our insights on AI and hyper automations. But I would like also to thank Mark Lopes and also Manuel for providing us the opportunity to connect with such an audience and such a topic. So thank you for that. So for today, we prepare an agenda that we will cover why the reason behind this AI momentum. We will also cover an intelligent process automation and why companies can take advantage for these hyper automations. We will also cover some key takeaways from our Crayon experience in data and AI. So why are companies starting to realize the business values behind AI? So I'm sharing some market research that is public. So the first one, as you can see, IDC estimates that by 2026, global AI spending will reach $315 billion, so impressive number. But the interesting thing is that for this year, the estimation is 154 billion euros. But the nicest things to see is the slice of the cake on the banking industry, retail, and manufacturing. Another important data that you might all know is ChatGPT only took 5 days to reach 1 million users. Twitter, now called X, took 2 years, and Facebook 10 months, sorry. So that shows the velocity of the AI right now. But what's behind it's the benefit, the value added of AI. And a recent study also told that the economic output expected for manufacturing industry alone by 2035, will be $4 trillion US. So also impressive. Right now, 70% of the companies also are, by 2030, 70% of the companies are expecting to adopt at least one AI technology. and 9 of 10 companies uses AI to get competitive advantage. However, it's not always clear where and how investments into technology can most benefit and bring value to the companies. And that's why Crane is here to help on this holistic journey. Another interesting research, in this case by Bain and Company from this year, shows that chain AI will have a differential impact on different industry. And it's important to see, for example, business and consumer services, and also in manufacturing and also retail will have an high potential augmentation in profiles such as design, marketing, sales, and engineering. The same study mentions that software developers will become much more efficient using AI coding assistance tools that are right now on the market. And earlier stage players such as us are already developing innovative use cases with the foundation models, and in our case with our own models. And we are tackling vertical and horizontal applications that that have not been used before. But what is hyperautomation? What is this intelligent process automation? It's not more than a fusion from fundamental process redesign and cutting-edge automation technologies, harnessing the power of RPAs, AI, machine learning, OCR, and NLP to revolutionize the business process and the business value. The bottom line is that we believe that our hyperautomation will help to achieve groundbreaking increase productivity and also have an impact on the redefinition of roles, profiles, and accountability across the organization. To give you some examples, a leading global consumer credit and debit company that has already adopted hyperautomation through automating their accountable process, purchase orders, workflows, and other processes, managed to achieve $160 million of savings. Another company, in this case in the US, managed health company US, managed after adopting hyperautomation, their cloud process claims was 6 times faster. So good evidence of the value of this intelligent process automation. But what are the key takeaways if you want to implement an AI power automation program? First, value creation planning. Having a robust value framework is key, also including value incentives such as total cost of care, revenue growth, and OPEX, and align these incentives with your business priorities. Second, business-led process. It's key that business stakeholders like subject matter experts, like process owners, lead the way, lead this transformation program. This is not only a technology. This is also about business operational process and also business value added. Having a programmatic budget reallocation. You will find a dual opportunity, not only to optimize your operational costs, so reduce your OPEX, but also relocating funds to innovation and to growth initiatives. However, you should take in consideration that some decisions must be taken, such as workforce reconfiguration, sponsorship from the top. It is key and essential that the weight of executive sponsorship is what truly galvanizes an organization toward a successful implementation. And finally, genuine change management. It's also crucial that the stakeholders are aligned and empowered and invest with this transformational program. But why partner with a Crane? I can say Crane supports our customers in optimizing their IT infrastructure, reduce their costs, manage their risk associated to software licensing and cloud services, and we also do consulting and implementation services. This is our service portfolio. As you can see, we have experience and practices from FinOps, cybersecurity, up to data and AI that bring us today. To support these, we have our own tools, our own IP that supports also our services. Going now to data and AI practices, we began this journey around 10 years ago when we decided to invest and to create and to stimulate this practice internally and then show it to our customers. Right now, we have around 200 dedicated resources to data and AI. We have to deliver more than 327 AI projects. We work with the three major hyperscalers back here in Portugal, Microsoft, AWS, and Google Cloud. And in Europe, we have two centers of competence only dedicated to data and AI. On your right side, you can see the domains that we are acting. Language technology. We use Gen AI to provide personalized recommendations, and so we gain structure, insights to business value. We also have computer vision domain where we work on OCRs, document analysis, using computer vision and machine learning to extract, convert text from document, image, into structure, into data insights. Then we have also projects delivering decision intelligence, mainly projects insights, customer insights, such as customer behavior, customer performance, through analytics and pattern recognition, using AI and machine learning to deliver value to our customers. And the last domain, also very important because it's sustainable, these operations, is our data and ML platforms, where we do have a practice also of ML. We are proud to say that last year we won the prize from Microsoft to be the Azure Data and AI Partner of the Year. And we also signed recently a strategic collaboration with AWS, and we do have also projects delivered in the AWS. And why do we have this success? Yes, we combine our different services into this practice, so we can support our clients on the return of investment stage. We can support them on high level at AI advisory, on advanced deployments of AI projects, on migration and modernization of the workloads, and so on. So that's why we are proud to say and to show this number. We have overachieved more than 327 applied AI projects for different industries and for different use cases. Some key takeaways from more than 9 years of our AI applied experience. First, the organizational domains. So it's of outstanding importance that you understand the AI capabilities, such as the benefits, the limitations, and also the ethics behind that. It's also important to have a clear understanding of what AI brings to the market and some of the risks. The other one is having a problem-solving mindset and adopt the critical mindset into your projects. Try to understand the root cause of your customer problem is essential, and also try to get the KPIs tied to the success metrics. These KPIs are not only performance, technology performance, are also business KPIs. The third pillar is also collaboration. The proximity or integration of your data teams into the organization process is also essential. You should also map your skills gaps and have a plan for the enablement. So have a plan to decrease the gap of your skills gaps within your company. And finally, We deliver in Crane, we deliver our projects in an agile, using agile methodology, and it's been successful. So we also recommend that you adopt agility and also data-driven culture. Third pillar, business. User experience is key. So we also recommend that UX should be critical, investigated, and deeply analyzed during the design phase. Try to embrace a product mindset when it becomes UX and UI. That's also another topic that I'd like to reinforce. And also validates your solution ideas through testing, interviews, wherever it makes sense for your customer and for your company. The second pillar on the business side is the return of investment validation. As I mentioned before, it's not just the model performance metrics. You should take in consideration your business KPIs. When we kick off a project, we are always from the beginning trying to define which business KPIs should we measure, and then we should follow up. It's also important to have a balance from complexity to business value. What does this mean? If you put too many complexity on a solution, it will take more time and probably it will impact the business value, the return of investment. So try to look to the balance between them. And try to aim for a project, a return of investment between 6 and 12 months to show value on a short period of time. The AI solution involves also business. So try to adopt to foster an excitement with AI through communities, to chatbots, wherever it makes sense for your customer or for your company, and try to adopt an experimentation culture. This is also key for us. Last pillar is the technical one. As you know, most of you that work in IT knows good data needs good infrastructure. So we think that it's critical to have a data foundation model. So it's important that your machine learning infrastructure should be targeting simplicity, robustness, and speed. But don't forget about one practice that we have in the house for a long time. Look at ML ops and then add value also for the development, for the deployment phase. Second pillar is testing. Testing. This try to adopt an holistic testing approach, data validation, model testing, and so on. It's also important. And also automate as much as possible. And for that, you also have ARPA that can help you on that. So, and final point, engineering and development mindset. For us, Crane, what we saw on this almost 10 years journey, as I was mentioning, is it's very important, apart from having a good tool for data analysts, for data scientists, to have very good software engineering skill sets, and also having high quality process. Also that those software engineers adopt the best practice that you have done, not only in your projects, but also on the different industry. And finally, back again to the solid infrastructure. Try to have an internal good and solid infrastructure. So I have some time left. Just wanted to present you some prototypes that we have developed. This is a prototype that we internally call Ask Your Question. Mainly, what it does from an unstructured data, you can gain insights into business process and business value. We use GenAI to reduce insights data, to summarize, to get a document, for search, reason, and so on. This is a good example and can be applied to different industry, from a law firm, from an insurance company, a banking company, and even we have deployed products or solutions like that into some with technical documentation for major manufacturing company around Europe. The other one, and the last one that I'd like to present, is you can fetch a video from YouTube or from more database knowledge, and simply with using Gen AI and some computer vision, you can summarize what you have seen and the video content that you have processed on this solution. So this is a snapshot of what we've been doing in Europe and throughout the world. And just wanted, we will have a Q&A in the end, so please shoot your questions in the end, or you have my contacts. If you have a challenge, if you have a question, don't hesitate to reach me out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nicolau. Yes, we will have a question and answer later on. So we'll do it then. So it's time for Manuel Machado, that is the CEO of ARPA. Manuel, come to the virtual stage, and the stage is yours.
Okay, thanks for it. Let's just put the presentation running. Okay. So first of all, thanks to Crayon and Nicolau to making this together with us. Okay, it's always a pleasure making brainstorm with people that can really make brainstorm and bring real case scenarios and real things to the real world. Okay, I'm a very pragmatic guy, and of course that I like some magic. Okay, but more than that, I like to do magic in our customers. Okay, so saying this, I also want to thanks to everybody that is in the webinar and everybody that will see it in the future. Okay, and I also want to thanks to Marcus and Jill that have the work to put this in place. Okay, so saying this, I will not define again hyperautomation. Nicolau made that. Is always an advantage with the second guy talking, because some of the things are already done, okay, and we don't need to do it again. But in my perspective and summarizing, it's the right mix of technology is the wisdom of use the right technologies for optimizing and automating the company processes. Okay, and using this, we will be able of doing more end-to-end automation. Okay, because automation is not a new thing. Okay, and also AI is not a new thing. Everybody's on the hype now because generative AI and ChatGPT and other similar tools, but AI is with us for a long time. And if you search, the first papers about it are from Microsoft and others, and are from the 50 years in the last century. Okay, so it's not a new thing, but the power of computing changed the game. Okay, and that is the real game changer. That is the computer power that is available for us at the moment. Change the game, and this is also a problem when we discuss democracy, and when we discuss that in a democracy everybody should have access to education, to healthcare, and so on. And we know that we would like that it would be that way, okay, but it isn't, because there are other things that make that it's not equal to everybody. And AI is not a new thing on this field. It will happen with AI, okay? And we need to be careful with who will be accessing these powerful tools, and for using them to do what, okay? But trying to bring this to the purpose of our webinar, okay? I will talk a little bit about these four topics. It will be my own perspective on that, okay? And starting with the first one, Okay. I think that the combination between robotic process automation and AI, it's a real game changer. Okay, and I'm seeing AI being more and more present in RPA tools. So the AI will change RPA tools and the way that we can use and automate processes, and will also complement the RPA tools uh, in order to make what I said before, more end-to-end process automation. Okay, so in the past we talked about OCR for interacting with documents, okay, and trying to retrieve information from documents. Okay, today we talk about intelligent document processing. Okay, and if we go to Google or AWS or Microsoft, they are new players on the game, working with computer vision to deliver well a kind new approach to this problem. Okay, that is automatic classify documents and extract data to automatically insert that data in the operational systems. Okay, so this will be what I would say. AI is not an intelligence by himself. Okay, we are talking about tools. Okay, tools that are available. Okay, and we are not talking also only about generative AI. Everybody talks about ChatGPT and, like I said before, um, similar tools. Okay, and we will see in 2024 more initiatives on generative AI that will be small use cases that companies will use with their own data, taking care of all the privacy and security issues. Okay, because remember, everything that you give to ChatGPT in the interaction with him, it will be kept by ChatGPT. So you need to be careful on the information that you are providing to ChatGPT. If it is private information, you need to be careful because that information will be used to make him smarter. Okay. So this is always how do we bring all of these technologies together and put them to work on the real life. Okay, and this will only happen with the right people making consultancy with customers, trying to understand their problems, trying to teach them and evangelize them about the technology in order to take advantage of the technology. Okay, but it's not technology will save everything. Okay, that is not the approach. We need to understand the customer, the problems, and after that we will try to see how technology can help. Okay, so I think that people is always on the center of everything. Okay, we are a technology company, but without people, we can't deliver nothing. Okay, I'm sure that in the future, people will not be necessary to do some of the tasks they do today. Okay, it's the same today. People don't do tasks that they did 2 4 years ago. Okay, and they do new things, new different things. So this will be always happening. Okay, it's a kind of Darwin evolution, but applied with the technology and humans. Okay, and as I wrote here, top level involvement is key. Nicolau referred that in her presentation, and I really believe on this. We deliver more than 100 projects in more than 50 customers. We automated so far more than 800 processes in that customers. And we know when the top level management is not involved, it's a major problem. Of course, that it's not only the top management that needs to be involved, okay? But these three things are important, okay? We need to put governance in place, okay, with the right methodology and the right people, okay? It's always the right people in the right places, okay? ARPA is here to help, okay? But this is really, really important. The other thing that is also very important is that each organization is an organization. We can say, okay, we are automating the same process that we automate in the other company. Okay, but the systems are different. Okay, the process normally is also different. So it's really a different thing. And we need to try to deliver not only an automation that is a copy of the things that are done by humans, but we need to try to improve the process the way it is. So each organization it's really unique, and we need to try our best to deliver what the organization needs. And also digital maturity in the organization is always an issue. We need to understand um, what the knowledge that exists on the company, the literacy about technology, the way the infrastructure is in place, the way the applications work together, the way people know about all of that, okay? And that is really important. And once again, each organization is one organization, okay? So the other thing that I really believe is that this transformation will create opportunities for humans to do different things, to be more happy in the work, okay? To release themselves from the stupid work, okay? Let's call it without afraid this way, okay? Because if the machine is able to do it better than a human and the human don't add nothing to that task, there are lots of tasks that we need humans to do, and let release them to do that tasks. And for sure they will have more time for the family. They will have more time for pleasure, because work is not everything for sure. Okay, so the it's always about taking the most advantage of the people that I already have inside the company, and instead of being forced and always getting new talent from outside, it's try to take advantage from the people that is already inside. Okay, I really believe on that. I really believe on empower people that are already with us. Okay, challenge them. Okay, and try to put them to work for the best of the company, and they understand they can contribute. Okay, so uh, other remarks that I also think that are very important, because we are always saying that the technology is here. Why don't we have more projects for making and creating more efficiency on the organizations? Okay, and it's difficult to answer to these questions. Okay, and I give you an example that is difficult for me to understand. If we talk about Portugal, it's easy to understand that we have lack of doctors, lack of nurses, lack of teachers, for example. Okay, but if we try to understand better, okay, some of the tasks that they are doing, they shouldn't do. Okay, and the other thing that I'm talking about, if we are talking about the the social security, and other public organizations, there are lots of administrative tasks that can be automated. We don't need more people on that sector. Okay, we need to automate tasks and release them from what they are doing that they don't need to do. So it's difficult for me to understand some of the decisions and also to understand why does this don't go faster. Okay, because it's time to put the foot on the accelerator. Okay, it's time to go. Okay, because if we don't go, it's not about staying behind. Okay, even that we go, we need to go with the right velocity. Okay, because if the others are already going, okay, I need to go at least at the speed they are going to not stay behind. Okay, so, and the other thing is that we are just scratching the surface using these kind of technologies. Okay, we need to really put these technologies in the on the service of organizations. Okay, and I think it's possible in the next 2 3 years make some magic happen. Okay, and really boost some of these AI momentum, some of these hyper automation momentum. So it's the right time for you to start. Okay, and these are my main messages to you. So for you, so ARPA is available for helping you on understanding how can you put this journey in place. Okay, it's great to have a partner like Crayon and the expertise they also have. We need to understand that together is always a good motto to be in life. Okay, so partner with people that together can bring more value to the customer. It's always something that I really believe. Okay,
Thank you,
so
Manuel.
Marcos.
Thank you. Uh, okay, so can you stop sharing the screen?
Yes, I will do it
So
right away.
I will just ask Nicolau first. Nicolau, with this more international bird eye view of business, is there any particular characteristic about Portugal that we can say is easier or harder to start implementing AI technology in our companies? And if it's harder, what can we do to minimize that barriers?
So thanks, Manuel, for your presentation. I don't think Portugal is harder than other European or worldwide countries. I do believe, and I'm seeing traction on the market, on AI and also on automation RPIs. So I'm seeing there. I do believe also from what we have seen from different industry that Portuguese are eager to go into innovation. Although I agree on the state side, it's not as fast as on the private sector. But even though I do believe that we have an opportunity with European investments here in Portugal, not only for the RPAs, as Manuel already mentioned, but also for AI. Another thing that I would like to add is that we have the skill sets in the country. We have fantastic engineerings. We have good trainings also back here in Portugal. So we can be an hub to supply this type of services around the world. English is the second language, so the opportunity is here, and I'm seeing really traction on these AI and also on RPIs, on hyper automation. So that can be my insight.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. A question for Manuel. Focus on real problems in real customers, and talking about ongoing projects in customers. How ARPA is dealing and suggesting more AI into their projects? Is there any key performance indicators that you monitor in customers, and then you act? How do you do that?
No, I think the approach that we are facing is not that, okay? The main problem is that some of the customers that we are working, okay, they hear about the technology, but they don't understand very well where the technology can be used and can have value to the business. Because at the end of the day, the important thing is the business, okay? How do I create more value to the customer, to the shareholder? It's always about creating value, okay? And one of the problems that I feel is that when we are able to understand what are the projects that the customer would like to have in place, we understand that more AI will come to help them solving that kind of problems, okay? But we need to have their trust for them to share with us the problems, okay? And even that it's not ARPA that will solve the problems, lots of times we validate that AI can help solving some of the problems they have, okay?
Okay, and is it more? I know this is a hard
Nicolau,
answer.
it's better you unmute the micro, okay? And you can,
Yes,
okay,
just
you
me,
can,
Manuel. Just wanted to add something because I think it's only on the same quest of the Manuel's answer on Crayon methodology, not only the sales methodology but the delivery methodology. So from pre-sale stage until delivery, uh, we do have KPIs. We have sometimes we have to say no to a customer for an AI project because it doesn't make sense in the return of it doesn't have the return of investment. So there are some metrics that we leverage from the what I presented. So we have that metrics established after having more than 300 projects. So we have some KPIs, not only performance but business, and we help the client to drive it. And I
Okay,
see partnerships, so like having a partnership with ARPA, it's also a value added because sometimes ARPA can help us. We can complement our offering. So I just wanted to say that because I think it also helps on answering that.
okay,
yes, and I can just to finalize, Marcus, I can remember a stupid thing that happened in our young life at ARPA. We have 6 years, okay, and I remember that in 2018, okay, we were working in a customer, okay, and the customer came to us and said, okay, we need to do something with AI because I put AI in the budget, okay? So invent something for us to do with AI, okay? And when we are talking about AI, it was the words that he said. He didn't say, okay, we need to use some generative AI to improve a chat that we have, or we need to use, so this is crazy. And sometimes we need to understand that the customer needs to understand how the tools can help. It's not AI, it's AI tools, okay? And this is really important.
okay. Thank you. And I think that this one is tricky and can be answered by both. But in your opinion, what are we facing that is more difficult? Is the lack of decision in the top management? Is the IT? Is the CIO that fears something? In your opinion, where are the top barrier here?
Nicola, do you want to start? Or?
I can start. It's a tricky question. I think to go into AI, you need to have business involved, not only IT. And the reason why is that we are tackling business uh, pain points. So it's good that you have both on the same stage or the same mindset, and also tackling. I think the main barrier right now is there are some companies that don't have the innovation culture on their DNA, so they have to do that journey also. I think Manuel also touched base with the process, internal process, that must be much more agile. But nevertheless, I do believe that momentum is here. So we should, and the companies to have that competitive advantage should also look at this topic with a fine, with a cautious, but also with business return of value. So Manuel, please.
Yes, I think, like you said, Marcus, is a tricky question, okay? And I really think it's difficult to answer it, okay? Because in some organizations, it will be a top management problem. In other organizations, it could be an IT issue. In other organizations, it can be a budget problem. But at the end of the day, I think that our role when we are working with that customers is try to understand that problems, okay, and try to help them to understand how these technologies can effectively bring value to the business, okay. But if I would say today, what is the major problem, it will be really difficult for me to answer that question, because it's like I said, I think it changes from organization to organization, and I don't believe that is a budget problem, the main problem. Okay, we are talking always about money, money, money. The customer don't have the budget, but it's easy to return the investment made on this kind of project. It's easy to explain and understand that if it invests this value, this value will be returned in X months. So I think it's more a kind of the problems that also Nicolau talked about. It's they understand how these tools can really help them.
Okay. And also for both. And do you think that customers are still looking at AI and EI and in robotic process automation like an R&D project, or do you feel that they are already understanding that is to apply on ongoing projects and ongoing problems?
I can start this one and give you a quick answer. When ARPA started in 2017, we took almost half an hour to explain a potential new customer what is RPA. Okay, so that was the time that we really take to explain him what RPA was. Okay, of course today it's difficult to find a new customer that don't know nothing about RPA, but it happens, okay? But when we are talking about AI, uh, they hear a lot about AI, okay? They try it for sure ChatGPT, because everybody talks about ChatGPT, and now Nicolau said the number of users that use ChatGPT explode, and everybody, almost everybody, makes some kind of testing with it. But it's like I said in my presentation, how do we bring these tools to the real problems, okay, that companies are facing, okay? And right now we have more and more examples for showing to new customers that, okay, this can be done this way. So I think that we are in a very interesting momentum to put these technologies to work, okay, in the organizations, because There are other examples of things that already were done, okay? So they don't need to be so afraid if it will fail or if it is a new thing, it will work, okay?
Okay, thank you. Nicolas?
No, I don't have. I think
Nothing
Manuel
to add,
answered the
yes.
question, so I think it's
Okay.
perfect.
And
Yeah.
in a, is there any particular area inside the company where these projects can boost or give a more quick kickoff? Like you think that, for instance, intelligent document processing, where we can extract natural language and transform it in database data and information. Do you believe that there are any areas that are more appetitive, more sexy for this technology?
I can take that. I do believe that from what we have been seeing, manufacturing, so supply chains, optimization is a good use case of what you can use not only with RPAs but with AI. The other one, we are seeing also that everything related to customer services, where you can apply decision intelligence and also NLP or Gen AI, whatever you want to call it. It's also a good use case to tackle. And of course, retail, because the data insights is the e-commerce is, as you know, the share of all that of e-commerce is increasing day by day. So it's also good to apply some of the decision intelligence domains. So those can be very, very good areas to explore. Complementing that, just wanted to add that within Crane, we have a consultancy mindset. So before we start anything, we try to understand what are the major pain points of the clients, as I have shown also in my presentation, and try to see how can we add value through innovations to data and AI practice on those use cases. So that's the consulting approach, as Manuel was also mentioning. Where can we bring value? Where can we speed up our reviews of bugs or other type of business use cases?
I would like just to compliment, because it's here that people are important, okay? Because this is mainly a consultancy work, okay? And the important thing is companies need to understand where they are, okay? And sometimes it's difficult to do the diagnostic, okay? Where am I, okay? What am I doing in my processes, okay? And sometimes they are so tired on making things happen, they don't stop a little bit to make the diagnostic. Where am I, okay? And after that, the second part is always, where do I want to be, okay? And try to understand that they need to understand what are the pain points they would like to solve. It's easy to explain this, okay, this way, but it's not easy to put this in place, okay, in the real world. So we need to have a very interesting approach, combining automating and innovating, okay, without forgetting that the business need to continue running, okay? But I need to improve the way I'm working, okay? So I would not say that this will be more necessary here and or that, because sometimes if I generate more sales, okay, it would be good for the company. And normally people say, okay, but how can I use these tools for generate more sales? Of course, that I can use these tools for generating more leads and more sales, okay? Profiling customers, reaching the right customers for the products that I have, and lots of other things. And of course, that if my customer support, it's better, it's faster, it would be more interesting, that customers will be more happy for interacting with us. So all the areas of the company have something where these kind of tools can help. Okay.
Okay, so if there are no further questions, I don't know if anyone wants to make a direct question. Just put on the mic and do it. Okay, so I want to thank you everybody for being present. I want to thank you, Manel, for your presence. Thank you, Nicolau, and everybody. And we will keep on doing these webinars like this easy talk to clarify some issues and some focus on not only robotic process automation, but what is happening around it. Okay.
Okay. Thanks to
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you,
Bye.
everybody.